Hello everyone. In this video, let's discuss how to write a program to find the greatest common divisor of array. Given an integer nums, return the greatest common divisor of the smallest number and largest number in nums. The greatest common divisor of two numbers is the largest positive integer that evenly divides both the numbers. So let's take an example 1. So the array size is 5 and the elements are 2, 5, 6, 9, 10. So the output is 2, which is the smallest number in nums is 2 and the largest number in nums is 10. So the greatest common divisor of 2 and 10 is 2. So the logic is pretty simple. First we have to find the smallest number and we have to find the largest number. So most of the people will be using the method called sort to find the smallest number and the largest number. Actually, if we are using sort method, the time complexity of the problem will be big O of n into log n. Okay, but this has to be solved with time complexity of n. That is the most efficient approach. So for that, what are we going to do is we are going to iterate the loop and we are going to find the largest number and the smallest number with the time complexity of n. Okay, let's see how to solve that. First, I will be taking a variable called min. To this variable, I will be initializing the maximum value in an integer. So for that, I am going to take integer dot max underscore value. Similarly, I am going to take a variable called max and I am going to assign the minimum value of the integer, which is integer dot min underscore value. Because we are going to find the maximum value and the minimum value. So we are going to start the iteration int I equal to 0 and I am going to iterate up to size of the array, so which is nums dot length, then I plus plus. Okay, now we are going to find the minimum value. So for that, what I am going to do is I am going to take a condition saying that if the element which is present in the array is less than the value which is present in the variable min, then I can say that the element which we have got from the array is a minimum value. So that will be updated in the variable called nums of 5. Similarly, to find the maximum value, if the element which you have got from the array is greater than the value which is present in the variable max, at this point of time I can say the element which I have got from the array is a maximum value. That value has to be updated in the variable called max. So this is how we have to find the minimum and the maximum value. After the iteration of the for loop, we will be getting the minimum value and the maximum value of the array. So this will take a time complexity of n because we are iterating the loop for n times. Now we have to find the GCD of two numbers. So for that, I am going to take a variable called result. I am going to call a method called GCD of min comma max. Okay. So whatever the value which is returned by the method called GCD, that will be stored in the variable result. I will be returning the variable result from the function. So here I have to define a method GCD. So GCD can be implemented with the help of Euclid's algorithm. So I will quickly take you through the Euclid's algorithm in case if the value of min is 2 and max is 10 will keep. So here, how does Euclid's algorithm work in the sense? Let's take value of A and value of B. So 2 and 10. So first I will be checking whether the value of A is equal to 0. No. If the value of A is not equal to 0, what I will be doing is I will be going for else condition. In case if the value of A is equal to 0, parallel, right? Public int GCD of int A comma int B. So here what I am going to do is first I will be checking whether if A is equal to 0. So here check whether A is equal to 0. No, A is not equal to 0. In case if A is equal to 0, I have to return B, that is my answer. Okay. In this case, A is not equal to 0. So what I am going to do is I am going to call the recursive call, okay, GCD of. So when I am calling the recursive call, argument of A and B has to be changed, right? So for A, what I have to do is B modulus A, 10 modulus 2. What is my remainder? 0. So A value will be 0. Now for B, I have to assign the A value. So here what happened? B modulus A has to be given to A and A value should be given to B. That's all. Now recursion will be called. When I call the recursion again, A value is 0, B value is 2. So check A is equal to 0. Yes, A is equal to 0. So from that recursive call, I will be returning the B value. So B value will be returned from this function and finally 2 will be returned to this particular place. And the variable result will have a value called 2 and that will be returned from this function. That's all. This is the logic of the program. So in this case, the time complexity is just big O of n. So this will take a time of big O of n plus for GCD it will take log n. So both of these compare, n is a higher time complexity, so time complexity of the complete program will be big O of n. In case if you are using arrays dot sort, time complexity will be n into log n, which is slightly higher than this logic. Fine. Now let's run the code. There is an error. Okay, nums, I should give not num, nums. Let's run once again. So, okay, here also I made a mistake, nums. Yes, it passes the test cases. Let's submit the code. Yes, it passes all the test cases. That's all.